Hey guys, what is going on? Hope everybody's doing fantastic today. I'm going to go ahead and show you everything about the liquidity magic indicator. This indicator will literally change your trading game, so go ahead and stick around. I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly what this indicator does, how to use this indicator, where your stops and take profits should go, everything like that. So let's go ahead and run down this indicator and everything you guys need to know. So once you guys put this on the chart, you guys are going to go ahead and see three things right here, okay? Automatically. So we're going to see Tokyo, London, and New York. Those are the three trading sessions. And then we also see these liquidity zones. This right here is a sell side liquidity zone, and we have a buy side liquidity zone. This also produces signals. As you guys can see, we had a sell signal. Price eventually came down, creating a liquidity zone. Okay, so basically we could use liquidity zones in the market as a nice area where price is attracted to. And we could possibly see rejections going off of these areas or see liquidity staggering around and getting swept out. Okay, so two circumstances when it comes to these liquidity zones. We could also see price go to a bullish liquidity zone and reject off a bullish liquidity zone, or again, vice versa, stop these traders out, right? So these are nice prominent areas of liquidity where we can go ahead and see price to go to. Pretty amazing stuff here. We also have buyer and seller percentages right here. So now what does price do between these zones? Let's go ahead and see here. So it looks like it wants to go in liquidity zone just like this. And what do we get? We get a sell signal inside of this zone once we see a rejection. We have a take profit and a stop loss here. What does price do? Hit our TP just like that. In the settings of this indicator, by the way, we're going to go ahead and see zone visibility range. Basically, anytime price is far away from a zone, it's going to go ahead and not mark it. So say if price is 49 points away from a zone, it will mark it out then. We also have look back. We also have max box history, extend zones right. You could always extend the zones right to make it show further. However, I like to keep this on default. Everything else is on default here. However, one thing, keep this in mind. So this indicator works for any market, futures, forex, stocks, you name it. However, when it comes to doing the stock market, it depends what kind of stock you're trading. So the max box size, you got to make sure you lower this, okay? The stock market price could be lower on a specific stock rather than the whole index on NASDAQ on futures. Does that make sense? So yeah, just make sure you guys adjust the max box size if needed. Okay, if we go ahead and go down here, I like to keep everything on default. Everything's customizable as well. We have volume on zones and we have show zones. If we look right here, you guys, this is traditional volume. And then we also have the volume delta of the buyers and sellers in this range to determine the dominance between the buyers and sellers. We could also go ahead and turn these on or off if you like. We also have the structure, which is break a structure, and show change character. I'm going to go ahead and run this down later. So we also have the signals in this indicator. We also have two types of signals. I'm going to go ahead and run this down with you as well. And then we have sessions. These are all customizable. And we also have SMTs. So for the futures people in here that are using this indicator, there is an SMT option, which you could go ahead and look at SMTs on the lower time frames to determine a bullish or bearish confluence added on. So pretty awesome stuff here. And then we also have colored candles by trend. This is huge. Now we're able to see the overall trend of the market simply just by seeing these candles being these certain colors. As you guys could see, once we made that break of structure, price continued being bearish until we made a change of character. The indicator automatically marks us out for you. So if you guys look right here, we had a nice uptrend here. Once we made that change of character, we became bearish. Pretty dang simple. Indicator does it all for you. We also have two signals, by the way. So say if we want to go on structure retest, let's go ahead and wait. As you guys could see, produces a signal on a break of structure. What I recommend for you guys is going ahead and using this right here on a trending market. If you're seeing a more choppier, rangier type of market, you're going to want to go on zone rejection. Now, let me go ahead and show you guys my specific strategy I use. I sometimes take the signals. However, I usually use this method here. So I'm going to go ahead and share this strategy with you using this indicator. So right at market open, I develop a bias on the higher time frame. So if we go ahead and look on the higher time frames here, that we are inside a fair value gap in the 1 minute time frame, we want to see the colors of the candles trends. With the colored candle settings in the indicator, go ahead and turn that on. You're going to be able to instantly see the trend of the overall market based off what the indicator gives you. If we go ahead and watch price action, so we want to see a nice change of character, which we get right there. When we have a change of character, that is confirmation that price will be bullish for a certain amount of time. Now, basically what I want to go ahead and look for, considering we're in a higher time frame for value gap, and now we change character, going bullish, we want to go ahead and continue hitting liquidity, taking traders out, okay? But we want to inverse fair value gap. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. We want to go ahead and wait for a nice inverse fair value gap. As you guys could see, what do we have? We have this gap here. So right here, we have this bearish fair value gap. Now, we want to see price inverse this gap, continuing the bullish trend in the market. Let's go ahead and see what happens. So now we have inverse the gap. Let's go ahead and put a buy signal in. As you guys could see, we're going to be in this trade, and we're going to target other opposing liquidity above, okay, with our stops below the fair value gap or at a imbalance low, as you guys could see. Or I like to put my stops at a swing low. However, the risk reward on this won't be too great. I always like to set my take profit first, then put my stop loss accordingly. So I'm going to go ahead and put my stop right under this candle low here. Now, let's go ahead and see how this trade plays out. So again, we had a change of character. We had a higher time frame for value gap, continuing the trend up to liquidity. Let's go ahead and see how this trade plays out. Just like that. Bang. So when it comes to using this indicator, you guys can go ahead and target these liquidity zones and go ahead and see rejections off in these zones using the signals. Okay. With that being said, I always like to use signals as confluence. I'm not going to be entering trades blindly. I'm always going to make sure I have confluence when it comes to using this indicator and literally looking at these liquidity zones as draw on liquidity, meaning this is where price wants to go next. If you guys want full access to this whole entire indicator, go ahead and click the link down below and you get access there. With that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I have a lot of trade recaps in my Discord. Feel free to check those out, as well as trader testimonials and real trader results. So with that being said, I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. Take care. Trade on. Peace out.